What's up? Today I have a test ride review video for you. We've got the Dax 125. This is a new bike from Honda as of this year or late last year. This thing looks sick. It's got the little wiener dog tag on it. I love the look of this thing, and the color's sick too. Quick shout out to Macomb Powersports for making this video happen. They've been allowing me to come out and test ride a bunch of these bikes so I can give my honest opinions to you. And today we are on the Dax. Let's try this thing out. Let's turn around and fire her up. Oh, it is a clutchless motorcycle. All this is very new to me. How does this work? All right, up is one. Gonna learn this together. All right, let's take a little loop. It's off rip. It's pretty comfortable. I don't know if I necessarily like where the shifter is located currently, but not a big deal. Just the angle of my foot's a little weird, but I'm 5'10", and this is actually not too bad of a height. How the shifting works. Okay, a little aggressive shifting if you're still kind of on the gas. See, downshifting. All right, downshifting is incredibly crazy. All right, let's just get going. There we go. When we're actually moving, it's not too bad as far as the shifting goes. All right, comfortable bike. The positioning's nice. It feels very light. So off rip, this is giving me Trail 125 vibes. Slow. It's a slow bike. It's not a fast bike. These aren't designed to be fast. And actually, this is more giving me monkey vibes. How many gears do we? I don't even know how many gears we have. I think I'm done shifting. It just like makes me think I'm shifting. Yeah, this is very interesting. I'm gonna take the road that I normally take with the smaller displacement bikes, see how it feels. So coming to a green light here, we have, so let's downshift. The shifting's not too bad. It feels pretty organic, and the handling is kind of sick. It's got a small wheelbase. Tight turns are no problem. Feels pretty easy to take tight turns. I wish it had a gear indicator because of how goofy this shifting feels, and it feels like you can just shift forever. Like the last upshift doesn't stop. Yeah, I think I'm in the last gear. I don't know. That's the only negative thing I have to say about it so far is I wish it was a gear indicator, but not a deal breaker. We're not going very fast. Let's see. Let's get up to speed here. It's 50 miles an hour here. Let's get up to 50 miles an hour. We're starting to get a little shaky right around 50, which is where it looks like we're gonna top out at on this bike. So let's slow it down. Braking, not a lot of power in the braking, so yeah, it's gonna give me the same vibes as the Trail 125 or the Monkey. Oops, we're in neutral. Got to give it some throttle when you're shifting down, or else it's going to be very abrupt. Very similar setup. I don't know if it's the same clutch. I think that the gearbox is definitely different because the Trail 125 didn't feel like this. This, I feel like, I don't know. I can't tell you which one's better. It just feels different. I don't know if there is a better, in my opinion, just different. I think the other one, I don't remember if that had a gear indicator or not, but I don't remember it being this challenging to figure out. But once you get the hang of it, I'm sure it's a piece of cake. We're gonna hit some bumpier terrain over here because, oh my gosh, yeah, gotta give it some gas. Not a lot of braking power, and probably a learning curve. Oh, it's not too bad on these bumps. Little bumpy, but it's not horrible. It's a little softer suspension, so I don't mind that. This would be a comfortable little bumpy road bike. One thing I always say about these little bikes is, obviously we're not testing this for super fast speeds. We're not taking this thing on the freeway, not even close. I have to do these little subdivision areas because that's where a lot of the riding is going to be, is probably 25-35 mile an hour traffic, you know, like a downtown area, small city, things like that. It's so abrupt. Yeah, it sucks. It makes me want to constantly be touching the brake because I don't know if this thing's just going to take off on me or not. It's a little sporadic. Not very predictable, but like I said, it probably comes in time. This is the first time I've even touched one of these, so I'm not used to it. Hopefully by the time I get back, I'll have better things to say about the shifting. Let's talk about handling. It does handle really well at these slower speeds. It feels very controllable, as well as very nimble. Stable, you know, up until we got to almost 50 miles an hour, it felt stable and not shaky. Once you get up to 50 miles an hour, all these small bikes, these really light bikes, they're gonna get a little shaky. Like I said, it's gonna be great in those downtown areas, a little commute to work if you're living in a small city. Yeah, coming to a stop is just weird for me. Yeah, like it just wants to take off. though the acceleration is not exciting by any means, it's still okay. Accelerating and shifting up is significantly better than slowing down and downshifting. I'll just say that. I can't knock it where it does shine, which is comfort. I hate that. I really hate that. So I would say that this is a good beginner bike if it wasn't so tricky to shift, downshift mainly. It feels like it just wants to rip you out of the seat anytime you downshift. I don't love that. I don't like not having all the control of the clutch engagement and things like that. So this is a little new to me. As far as for a beginner, I would say it's for a beginner in the sense that it's easy to ride, that it's easy to handle and doesn't have a ton of power, and you don't have a clutch to have to worry about. But I feel like there's a whole nother learning curve. This is like one of those collector pieces. Yeah, it's like you almost have to wait until you're about to stall to downshift. And another thing is you don't have a tack. You don't have a tachometer, so you can't really tell where you're at, where your RPMs are. So it's a lot having to do with the feeling of it, which is going to be tough for a beginner rider, in my opinion. And maybe I'm not the best person to give a review on a clutchless bike, but I do really like the way it handles, and I like the way it looks. So if I can get used to the shifting, I mean, it feels like a solid bike. The throttle response isn't too bad, and it's lightweight and nimble, and it's just fun. It's just fun. It does have a heel shifter. I didn't even notice that. Maybe that would make it a little more comfortable to shift. But yeah, anyways, thanks again, Macomb Powersports, for making this video happen. And that's my review of the Dax 125. Still a lot of fun, although a little frustrated with the shifting. I still enjoyed the ride.